we were already seeing it. They're walking up on units that are frozen to death. Um, you know, and it's up to with the training that the Ukrainians are getting. They are training their NCOs, and taking care of your men is part of being a good NCO. You make sure that they have their kit. You make sure that they are doing the things to mitigate injury, like changing socks, changing, coming out of your gear to let it dry off, keeping your weapons safe, eating properly, because, like everybody's been talking about, Erlen, he's here, the calorie count, making sure that they get those calories, making sure that they are um, getting rotated out, because that's necessary. Um, Getting these troops rotated in and out is going to help Ukraine, and that's all a part of this NATO training that they're getting, making sure everybody is understands what they need to do and protecting the individual soldier, and then empowering the soldiers to be able to make decisions and teach each other, because it's a buddy. It becomes a buddy system. You check on your buddy. Hey, is he cognizant? Is he thinking correctly? Because we all know that the cold affects the mind as much as it can affect the rest of the body. And if they start getting to where they are incoherent, they are no longer, they stop, eating, and they are starting to they need to get out of there, because they are starting to present symptoms of hypothermia, and you don't need that type of injury. Is hard to come back from if you remain in the cold. You got to get out of it, and teaching each of the men to recognize it in the his partner, his fellow soldier, his fellow Marine, making sure that they look out for those symptoms. That will save a lot of lives just by the observing each other.
Thank you, Daryl. Thank you. Roland, you have your hand up.
Yeah, well, there are so many factors that will contribute to the Russian side losing a lot more combat effectiveness because of the cold. I just want to emphasize that even though the weather has been quite cold in many regions now, it's going to be warmer again. That does not necessarily mean that it's going to be nicer for the people in the field. On the contrary, it's going to be making life even more miserable, because you're going to have a couple of degrees plus in the day, and minus 2 to 5 in the night. That's what I've seen on the weather maps lately, and I would much prefer -10 during day and -15 during night than those conditions.